It's not a white glass?
They're just two different kinds. But it's
I
fine.
know, but I like manly glass. Can we talk about that?
Oh, okay.
I like the manly glass. And I got this one for Kelly because it's more feminine. I think.
Oh, okay. So we're feminine and
Are we allowed
masculine?
to
Are we
do
allowed to?
I don't know. Welcome to the Daily Smash for Tuesday, June 6, 2023. I am Rick.
I am Kelly.
We had such a productive day. We have some videos to share with you of some great stuff that we got done. I'm really excited about it. We also got a bunch of new subscribers Monday, so thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't signed up yet, please hit the subscribe button. We appreciate the support. I did want to say, oh, I forgot.
What? Do we have to open this?
We're going to open, no, I opened the Chardonnay. We're going to get to the wine in a second. We're doing a promotion for Pride Month.
Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
And we're doing a promotion because these are kind of pride colors.
We have pink pickleballs, and they're awesome balls. And I'm going to tell you about them. We're going to give away a box of balls with every paddle purchase during Pride Month. You go to PICKLEBALLPARTYTOWN.STORE. Buy a paddle, get a box of our pink pickleballs for free. The paddles are lightweight, strong, and durable, made of top-grade fiberglass with a composite PP honeycomb core, guaranteeing excellent strength, stiffness, and a large sweet spot. You'll get great rebound and improved control of that ball, and each paddle comes with its own zippered, I felt that, custom Pickleball Party Town cover. Our premium quality 40-hole PP material pink pickleballs are meticulously crafted.
And by the way, we have a pickleball court in our house, and we've tested every single pickleball. These are by far the best pickle balls.
And they're Rick and Kelly approved.
Yes, they are.
Free balls with every purchase of a paddle at PICKLEBALLPARTYTOWN.STORE. These will give you tremendous durability and long-lasting play, and they look awesome.
Hey.
Ow! Kelly's wearing a pickleball shirt, but that's not ours. That's someone else's.
No, one of our smashers makes these. It's called the Pickleball
High Life.
High Life.
Yeah.
Pickleball High Life. I think I sent you the thing.
You did.
Follow them on. They're cute. This is cute. She sent me a bunch of clothes. Adorable. I love it. It's cute, right? It's a little chilly, so I put a little top underneath it.
So this is Ilya's Chardonnay. Ilya sponsors the Daily Smash. Ilya's creator, Layla Joy Williams, called today.
Such an inspiration, this lady.
She is an amazing woman, and she has created an incredible product. And she's very happy with our promotion of her Ilya wine. She's very happy, and we like our sponsors to be happy. So thank you guys. That means that you've been buying Ilya wine, and I know you're loving it. The Rosé, the Macabeo Moscatel, the Roble Red. This is the Chardonnay. Cheers, my love.
Clinky, clinky. This is delicious. And I typically do not like Chardonnay, but this is so good. Isn't this good?
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Honestly, I love every single Ilya wine. And I just told her we need another case. Because
these are so good, especially for the summer when it's hot.
Yeah.
This Chardonnay is fantastic.
Yeah.
And everybody loves rosé in the summertime.
Yep. And you can get yours at 20% off. It's already very reasonably priced. You can get yours at 20% off.
And it gets delivered to your house. It's great.
Right to your front door.
Right to your front door.
Ilya.com.
Who doesn't love that?
Use the discount code Rick and Kelly 20 for 20% off at Ilya.com. My buddy Anthony sent me his book, and I told him I'd talk about it. I haven't read it yet, but it says, Being the Executor, a Horror Story. I think the horror is about a second wife.
What is it? Wait, what does it say in the back, real quick?
Oh, you want to read this? So I went to high school with this kid. We grew up, a kid. He's my age. We grew up together. Anthony Reese. He has 4 brothers. He has 6 brothers.
We say Ruiz. You say Reese?
Reese. That's how they pronounced it back in Maryland. But
Ruiz was how we say it in...
Ruiz?
Ruiz.
He's one of 7 brothers, but the five brothers, those are the ones I grew up with. The other two were older and lived in California or somewhere. Anthony was born in California and moved to Maryland when he was 9 years old, and that's when I met him. He's lived in the D.C. suburbs most of his life. He's been married to his high school sweetheart, Karen. Hi, Karen. For over 40 years. They have 5 children.
Wait,
and 3
he has
grandchildren.
a high school wife still?
I told you, yeah. He right out of high school.
You should have said this was about a second marriage.
No, his dad. His
Oh.
dad's like, I don't know if it was his second wife or his third wife. The last wife that his dad had, like, tried to steal all his money and wouldn't give the kids anything. It was a big mess. I think that's what the book's about.
She was like a wicked stepmother?
Yes.
Okay.
But Anthony married his high school sweetheart, Karen, former Karen Stevens.
Karen?
And she's not a Karen. She's awesome. I love you, Karen. And they're still together. Over 40 years.
Wow.
I think I said that already.
I find that like so nice. I find that I find that so lovely when people can stay married.
Yeah.
You know,
it
for
is
that long.
My parents have been married almost 70 years.
I love that. I think it's beautiful.
Anyway, okay, so this is the story of 5 brothers growing up with parents who were first generation, who successfully navigated a marriage, education, family. Anyway, it's called, well, there's more to it. We have a lot to get to. We'll talk about this some more. I'm going to read a little bit of it, and then I'll talk about it.
A horror story?
A horror story.
Oh, like a whore. Like there's a whore in there.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Very clever, Anthony.
It's a play on words.
I'm not sure where this is available, but if you look it up, you can probably find it. Okay. And then Baby Dish sent this. Who does that look like?
Doesn't look like me. It looks like you. I've seen that photo. I think it's from American Express.
She thinks it looks like me.
It does look just like you.
I gotta say, Layla Joy Williams, great job on the wine. It's fantastic.
It is delish.
We got so much done today. I went to our storage place. It started with me taking the truck to get the last of the stuff out of storage, brought it back here, dropped it off. Then we dropped the truck off, the rental truck. And then you went and got your pellet.
I got my pellet. So I'm going to talk about it on my Patreon. It is unbelievable. So I was at my estrogen's fine. Like I'm not going through menopause or anything, she said, at all.
Yeah. I
am low on testosterone.
Right.
So I get this pellet. I was at a 15. Now I'm at 140 or 50.
Yeah, I think she said like 150 something.
Yeah. And so the other day I was getting dressed and I haven't worked out. Like I work out usually every single day, but I've worked out in other ways with you. But I took off my clothes and I lifted up my shirt and I'm like, oh my God, my stomach is ripped.
You're ripped.
Ripped.
Yeah.
And it has to be that testosterone.
The pellet is working. It's working. It raised your levels to a much more respectable place, right?
Yes.
And it's affecting your whole body.
It is.
You lost weight. You got tone. You have, I think, a little more energy.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I said, listen, I'm gonna have to start doing it too.
I'm not as I used to be so sore and all my achy and
yeah,
it was hurting all the time.
You feel better.
I don't feel like that anymore.
That's awesome.
But then I asked her, I'm like, well, what's the difference between putting this pellet in and putting a testosterone rub on? Because she's like, well, if I have it and I touch you, and you already have high testosterone, you would go. And then if Jolie touched it,
right?
Some people say people have touched their dogs, and their things come off. So, anyways, I was talking to her about this testosterone, how it.
Wait, are you going to save this for?
Oh yeah, let's save this for Patreon.
So check out our Rick and Kelly show.
So much I'm going to talk about what she said about transitioning,
and we have video.
Yeah.
The Rick and Kelly show on patreon.com. We got a bunch of new subscribers there as well today, which is awesome. But we want you guys to check it out. We have 93 episodes in the can. Much longer version of this. and it is uncensored, unfiltered, and it is commercial free. So we hope you'll check out our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon for more of that and some other cool stuff. We cleaned out the garage today. Kelly was so adamant that she wanted me to put my car in the garage because parking spaces are at a premium.
Well, first of all, someone hit you or you scraped something on the car. Something happened.
Yes.
Again, that car has been beat up from the feet up.
But it still looks new. It's just I have to fix that one spot or two spots.
Yeah, but that once there's somebody like, I don't know what happened.
Creased.
I don't know what happened. But anyways.
So we
I'm like, you can't have this expensive, beautiful car outside. Like people are going to hit you because we're like in a little, we're on the beach.
And we got dripped on. That car got dripped on. It almost ruined the paint job. Some kind of rust stuff was dripping down from the ceiling above, and now it's in the garage. But we had to move a lot of stuff. It's just
really hard on the elements are really hard on everything here at the beach, especially a car.
We're steps from the beach, so all that salt air
turns everything to rust.
Yeah, so that was a good reason to put it in there, and also to get organized and
take everything out. Yeah,
free up a parking spot.
And Julie's boyfriend Max, what a good boy.
Yeah, thank you, Max.
He has a 4Runner, and he took all of our stuff and took it to the Salvation Army. I mean, he's such a nice boy.
Yeah, he did a great job. I have a little video. I can't believe I didn't get a before video showing what a wreck the garage was before we cleaned it.
Yeah.
But you can see in the after, it's still not completely organized. I know that. Like the shelves are still cluttered. But if you saw it before, like how much stuff we got off the floor, put in cabinets. I put pictures on the walls to get them off the floor and make room, move the bikes. We were able to move the bikes. And now, my car's in the garage where it belongs. And then we went to the gym, as you mentioned, for the first time in a month.
Yes.
And you were training me. Mm-hmm. And I have some video of you doing extra.
And you?
Yes. Here's our workout at Curl. And then the ride home is always so amazing on our bikes. How much do you love living at the beach?
I love living at the beach. But I don't know how much I'm going to love it this summer when it gets crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I keep hearing it's going to be
But it's
insane.
not crazy right now.
What is crazy is that this morning it was gray and gloomy. They call it June gloom, I've come to know, thanks to you. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I had my wipers on this morning. It was completely gray and cold. And as you could see probably from the video on our way home from the gym at 4 o'clock, it all burns off and it was gorgeous.
I was talking to Heather McDonald about this yesterday. She's like, because she comes to Newport a lot, and she's going to Kona for a week, and she said, and I said, the weather's been terrible. The June gloom has been crazy. And I go, everybody from Arizona, because they get out of school early, and in Vegas are here in town. She goes, I would be so mad if I had spent $35,000, because that's how much these houses are in the summertime.
For a month?
For the month.
Yeah.
And she's like, I would be so mad if I came here and it was all like June gloom. So the people across the street from me, I said, it's weekly rentals across the street. And I go, where are you guys from? They're like, Vegas. And I go, are you depressed that it's like this? And she's like, God, no. We have that sun on top of us so much that this is like a nice change. I'm like,
it's like a break for them.
It's like, yeah, I know, but.
And your mom too. Like she came from Phoenix, Scottsdale, and she, I think.
No, the weather was getting to her.
It was?
Yes.
Well, it is.
She didn't like it.
It's been remarkably.
It was too cold for her.
Yeah, chilly.
No one likes it when you're older. You don't like to be cold.
Yeah. Well, I'm older. I don't like to be cold.
Yeah.
I do appreciate this. I don't mind it when it's in the 60s. The 60s here feels like 70s anywhere else, first of all. But we went to the desert over the weekend, and it was hot. Saturday was 100 degrees and 99.
I like it like that.
I do too, but I was sweating a little bit. Not like you pointed out like I would be if I was in Florida or the Hamptons and it's that hot.
He has pits all over him immediately.
Oh, yeah.
You are like...
When I lived in Miami in the 90s, early 90s, and I would report during the summertime, and I would take my jacket off. I would just roll up my sleeves, dress shirt, tie. I go outside, in 5 minutes, my shirt was soaked with sweat. Pretty gross.
Can I tell them that News Nation want to do something with you with Dan Abrams? Can I tell everybody?
Yeah, you already did.
I'm proud of you.
You know,
I'm proud of him.
News Nation wanted me to come on and talk about some media stuff with Dan Abrams, who's a friend. But you know what? I made a commitment to Newsmax, and you know, I'm enjoying my time there, and I want to, you know, it's going to turn into something. So
good.
I just kind of said thank you, News Nation, but right now I'm a Newsmax guy.
Yeah.
This Friday I'm going to have another segment with my boy, handsome Rob Schmidt. Cheers to that.
He is a handsome dude. I'm not
Very
gonna
handsome.
lie, but I think you're more handsome.
That's very nice of you to say. I'm wearing a blue shirt that almost went away. It was in the giveaway pile. And Kelly's like, you sure you don't want this? I was like, oh, yeah.
Because I bought it for you at Gary's. That's why.
Oh, okay. I love the shirt. I do.
Okay.
I do. I forgot you bought this
good
for
on
me.
you.
I'm sorry. I love it.
I didn't forget.
Oh, honey.
There's somebody by our pool equipment right now.
It might be the bushes blowing in the breeze.
So we have to get a fence because of that Jeff Jeffries, or whatever his name, Jeff Gregory, that
The pickleball
idiot across the
ruling. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to get a 4-foot, which I'm totally cool about. All right, I am.
Who knew it was so hard to get somebody to build a fence in your backyard?
It is like impossible. And not only that, if you do find one, it's about $5,500 plus 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
And we won't be able to play our pickleball
Until we get the fence installed, to get the inspector out there to check everything off, because we have 8 conditions we have to meet, and they want to make sure we met our conditions before they give us our permit to play pickleball in our backyard. No problem, we're getting it done. But the fence, what I've come to know now in Palm Desert is all the homeowners want work done in July and August because that's when they're not there. They don't want guys building pools or fences or putting in AstroTurf during the season because they want to enjoy their home. So these guys, these craftspeople, the guys who install
Dude,
all
I don't know
stuff,
how things 120 degrees out there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you don't die.
Well, one way how they start
I
working
mean,
at
I
6 in
grew
the
up in
morning.
that area. I grew up in that, and trust me, like it was. I used to do outside sales for the Arizona Republic, and I would go, in and out. It's hard.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was talking about in Miami, but you're talking a whole nother level.
Dude,
you're getting
this
at 120.
Dude, it's like hell.
So they are slammed from July through September. That's their busiest season. So when we found a couple of guys to give us estimates for fencing, they're like, yeah, I can do it for $5,000, but I'm 6 weeks out. I'm booked for 6 weeks solid. This guy I talked to today owns a company, and it sounded like they might be able to squeeze us in maybe a little sooner. But, I mean, it's going to be so hot, we're not going to want to play pickleball anyway, right?
No. But we are throwing Julie her 17th birthday party. She's inviting 8 friends to the desert. 17.
Yeah.
June 24th. I cannot believe it.
She's so excited.
She did not want a birthday for her 16th birthday at all.
We were going to throw her a bash on the beach.
Yeah, at Sea Legs. My girlfriend owns Sea Legs. It's in Huntington Beach. She has all these restaurants on the beach, and they have alcohol on them. And, I mean, amazing places.
Mm-hmm.
And
great food.
Games. Everything. Games.
We had a DJ lined up.
She didn't want it. Now she wants one.
Why do you think she didn't want it?
I don't know. I think she was afraid that nobody would come because June 24th is kind of a hard birthday. Like people are on vacation. They're just out of school. I don't know. I think she just was afraid that no one would show up. I think that's why.
Well, and she also kept saying that it won't be fun. It won't be fun. I'm like, what do you mean it won't be fun? It's going to be on the beach with...
But she is so excited to have her birthday party at the house at the desert. She loves that house. She hated that house when we first bought it.
Yeah, we were talking about that over the weekend. You were like ribbing her. Like, remember what you said when you first got here? You're like, why would you buy this house?
Yeah.
Now she loves it. And
loves
I love that she loves it.
Yeah.
Because I love it too. And Kelly loves it too. And it's like we work so hard to make it so beautiful.
Well, the three of us were sleeping together, like on like we had two beds. We had like one
Oh, we had those trundle beds, right?
We had a trundle bed on the floor, and then we had a blow up bed. So Jolie and I slept on the blow up bed, and then you slept on that one trundle bed. Remember?
Yeah.
And we were like, three of us were like with a space heater.
Yeah, we bought one of those electric heaters. Looks like a radiator because it was so freaking cold in the wintertime.
Yeah.
At night, not during the day, but at night.
Well, it is the desert.
By the way, Pickleball Party Town is available still for December, January. I think February might. I think December, January, February.
Are you sure? I thought February was done.
Well, they want it,
but they haven't booked.
They haven't booked it yet. So if you're interested, 28-day minimum.
We're almost booked for the.
Everybody who stays there wants to come back.
Everybody that has stayed at Pickleball Party Town wants to come back for the next year.
What does that tell you? Okay, in the news now.
In the news.
Kelly caught this on the news today.
At the gym.
At the gym.
I'm like this. I'm like, look.
Like, that's our in the news segment.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Allstate now has joined State Farm. I didn't know that State Farm and Allstate.
No, wait. Let me just go back why I was so into this story, okay? Okay. So, on this house here, I have like $1 million policy. I always like, for whatever reason, something comes in and they steal something. I have $1 million policy in case something happens to my stuff. So I went to Rick and I said, hey, what is your, at the Hamptons house, what, if something happens, what is your policy here? And so he said, I only get $250,000.
Yeah.
I go, you can't even build a house on this land if anything happened, God forbid, right?
There's no way I could replace that house or build a nice house. Anywhere, I mean, we couldn't touch it. 250 would probably cover the piles that we'd have to put in the ground. The
pylons, yeah.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I'm going to call my insurance guy, okay? Mm-hmm. I've been dealing with for 15 years, okay? Yep. In California, 18 years. Uh-huh. And so I call him. And he goes, God, that's really low. Like, but then
like, I reached out to my guy.
But he said, I'm not licensed in New York, so let me see what I can do. But then you reached out to your guy,
Chris Carter, who told me that's the FEMA cap. I can't get more than $250K in insurance on that property. It's in a AA flood zone, right off the bay, the highest risk for floods in that part of the world. So that's all we can get on that.
So I'm like, really, like, we've been having all this whole thing about insurance.
Yeah.
So I'm at the gym today and I'm like working out, and then I look at the TV and I'm like, I'm like, look right here. And this is what we saw.
Allstate, the state's fourth largest
it's not
property.
You know what? It's not all states.
It is not. And Allstate, by the way, joins State Farm. Will not insure homes in California anymore. Two of the biggest insurers, formerly in California, Allstate has stopped selling new home, condominium, or commercial insurance policies in California. The latest insurance giant to say it will no longer offer coverage, citing worsening climate and higher building costs that have made it harder to do business in the nation's most populous state.
You know what? All the makers are leaving and all the takers are staying.
Yeah.
See? I mean, what is the state going to be like 100 years from now? I want to know.
Maybe it's going to, an earthquake's going to separate it from the rest of the United States and it'll be floating out into the Pacific Ocean.
That's what everybody in Arizona used to say, hoping and praying that would happen.
That's San Andreas' fault. California's largest homeowner insurance provider, State Farm, made a similar decision last week, pointing to rapidly growing catastrophe exposure. I mean, the cost to insure new home customers in California is far higher than the price they would pay for policies due to wildfires, higher costs for repairing homes, and higher reinsurance premiums. So you got two of the biggest not in the game anymore, what does that mean for homeowners in California? You have to now go to others who know that your choices are limited. They can charge you more.
You're gonna have to go to Mercury. Or what's the other one? With that annoying chick. That's,
Progressive?
Yeah, Progressive or whatever she is. That's that. I can't stand that lady. Like, why do they have her as the face of that?
Flo?
Yeah, whatever her name
Flo?
is. Yeah, Flo. I don't know.
Progressive, if you want to advertise on the Rick and Kelly show.
It is like the most annoying commercial.
But if you want to come here, we'll...
And the Geico one is too, with that little lizard. It's not a gecko, it's Geico. Like, what are they mix it to?
Well, because...
But I did like the men. I like those...
The cavemen?
The cavemen.
I like that too.
I did.
Good thing we're not shopping for insurance right now. You know, in West Hampton, I had an insurance provider drop me after Sandy. Like, it was hard to find flood insurance.
Well, you barely have flood insurance because it only covers $250,000.
Yeah, I agree. It's
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
See, even more reason to sell it.
That's what I said. You're the one who wanted to tear it down and build a brand new $2 million house. I'm like, okay, but it's going to be a lot of work. And we could just take the $1 million profit now and buy something here that's closer to home.
We can't do that. We have to do a 1031 exchange because we don't want to pay all those capital gains.
Exactly. Listen to this. The brainiac over here.
I've just been through it. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not smart.
No, you are smart.
I'm just seasoned, if you will.
I got some seasoning too. Speaking of seasoning, we got a pot roast in the crock pot over there, right?
I hate pot roast. My mom used to make pot roast every Sunday. I don't know why, but she always did. And my mom's an excellent cook. But pot roast to me is always dry. I ate it so much as a kid, but for whatever reason, we've been eating short ribs.
Well, we had that incredible breakfast in the desert at that new place that had a short rib, chilaquile or whatever.
Oh, chilaquiles. Dude, we had this place right next to Blue Orchid, which sucks really, really bad by Wildest, in Palm Desert. It's called, I don't know the name of it. Probably the best breakfast I've ever had, hands down. It
was incredible. And you know what we're going to do? Next time we're in Palm Desert, we're going to go over there and we're going to shoot a little video.
These chefs are amazing.
We're going to promote that restaurant.
That
guy was so
business.
cool. He gave us a lemonade to try. He gave us a couple of biscuits while we were waiting for our food.
Fresca or whatever.
I love that guy. And you're right. The breakfast was incredible. Mm-hmm. It was even better than Lolly's Hut in Riverhead.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we hope you guys have a smash-tastic day.
Yes.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, real quick. That guy's name is Ruiz, right? Like
Reese.
You called him Reese?
That they were the Reese brothers. That's what he calls himself.
Reese. Huh. I thought.
Like, there are two ways to pronounce it.
Huh.
You mean this guy?
Isn't it like what's Teresa's husband's name? No, in the front.
Yeah, I know, but I'm showing his picture. I say Reese because that's how he pronounced it. Louis Ruelas.
Maybe he didn't want to sound like he was Hispanic.
Well, he is. You're Mexican.
Yeah,
They're
like
Mexican.
me.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Don't forget your Ilia wine.
It's so good. Look at
Get
almost gone. No, I don't need any more.
Oh, I do.
This right here.
Love it.
It's so good. I don't.
Get your Ilia.
Oh, one of the comments said that I'm an alcoholic with a glow or something. I was like, okay, fine.
You're not.
I'm not.
You don't wake up drinking. You don't drink all day. We have a couple drinks at night.
I have one. If I did, I would have a gut on me.
Yeah,
okay.
This alcoholic is in the greatest shape of any alcoholic in the history of alcohol.
I would have a big, huge belly, and I don't.
My wireless microphones are scheduled to arrive today, so tomorrow we're going to be doing this show with new wireless microphones to see how that sounds. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
See you.